Hi, Scorpio. How are you? It's your girl, Alex, and I'm back again to bring you guys messages from the universe. Beautiful God, angels, universe, can you please bless Scorpio with an incredibly nice and positive reading? I love you and thank you. Amen. These are lost soul. Okay? Ooh, 10 of Wands. You got a lot going on, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles, that's a new job, new opportunity. 3 of Pentacles, yeah, you got a new job coming in. It's going to make you really happy. I feel like it comes at the right time. That is the King of Wands, 10 of Cups. Ooh, that's sexy King of Wands. Fire King. 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords. 1 or 2? 2. 8 of Swords. King of Swords. Wow. So you finished strong with the swords. Let me go ahead and correct that right now. Okay. And the chomping in the background is Young Flake. Okay, so 10 of Wands, blockages and burdens. Some of you are dealing with some sort of uphill battle. Feels like you got a bag of bricks on your back. Angels are saying, or wrapped around your leg. Ace of Pentacles is a new job opportunity, idea, invention, where you'll get a chance to work with like-minded people, and you're going to love it. There's going to be just 2 sexy kings. Do I have the 3s? I got 2 3s here. Angels are saying, for some of you, I don't know how y'all feel about work romances, but kind of feel like some of you could meet a sexy king, regardless of gender, at some sort of business, career, or professional, in a professional environment. This person could have Leo in their chart. They could have Aquarius in their chart. Not the 2 most compatible signs with Scorpio suns, but hey. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles is up under the King of Wands. That's about how it's going to go. Ooh, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups. That's commitment. Committed to being happy. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, 6 of Swords. I'm being told to tell you that whatever you feel is blocking you or holding you back, the Tower, right? You're about to figure out how to resolve it, right? You're about to figure out how to knock down whatever it is that's blocking you or impeding your progress. There's an opportunity headed your way, maybe in about 2 weeks, within the next 2 weeks of you viewing this reading. You're going to have a maybe job offer, financial opportunity, loan approval, lottery win. Angels are saying it could be something related to your house, right? Equity out of your home, or the sale of a home, or sale of some sort of real estate. And I feel like what this is going to do is, it to me kind of feels like you fall in love with this feeling, right? So just think about something. Think about if you own your own home and you renovate your home and prep it for sale, prepare it for sale. And then you finally sell it and you're like, you know what? I kind of like that process. I think I want to start flipping houses. Okay. So I kind of feel like you embark on something, some sort of project, right? And you wind up falling in love with it. My angel said, no, Scorpio, that damn sure ain't humans. Right? Oh my God, no, humans are not project. You don't meet somebody and be like, oh, they're nice and broken. I'm just going to knock out this wall and this guard and that guard. Angels are saying, first off, if there was a sign that anybody needs to do that with, it's you, Scorpio. Okay, as in, you're so guarded and protective, especially of your heart. Okay? So, 10 of Cups and 5 of Swords. Yeah, this, to me, this feels like a big opportunity that's headed your way, right? So, King of Wands and Queen of Pentacles, me personally, I wouldn't pair those together, but some people, maybe they're a great pair. You could be Leo Sun. You could be Capricorn Moon. You could have Scorpio Rising, or you could have Scorpio and Venus, or North Node, or it doesn't freaking matter. I don't necessarily feel like I'm talking to my Scorpio Suns at this time, okay? But I do kind of feel like you are about to enter a phase, environment, cycle in your life where for the first time in a long time, you feel like you belong. You feel like you are at home. Now I have the Ace of Cups and 10 of Cups, right? That's all the numbered cups. I have the 5 of Swords and 8 of Swords. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then I have the King of Swords there. So 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, King of Swords, 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Angels are saying this. Listen, we know your stinger has had to be your protector for so long. Your stinger protects your heart, the end, period. Like, that's not even a question, okay? But with the 6 of Swords here and the King of Swords, I kind of feel like it's almost like if you go with the flow of the universe, if you make a valiant effort to go with the flow with the universe, believing and knowing in your heart and your toenails that things are going to calm down, that those 10 wands are coming down. Universe saying, we will, it will. 10, 10, 10. Okay, that's 3. 3, 3. Okay. So to me, so far, this reading feels like a partnership between you, the universe, and your destiny. Okay? Or you, the universe, and karma, however you want to look at it. But I feel like the universe is about to expose a hidden opportunity that is going to help you feel more secure. I have the 8 of Swords here again. Something's got to break you out of this pattern, this thought pattern, this, what is the word I'm going to use? Closed-mindedness. For some of you, and this is coming from my head versus these cards, for some of you, if there was a psychological or mental illness for negative thinking, some of you would have that ailment, right? It's mentally blocked. It's physically blocked. The universe is coming in to shake that shit up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Some of y'all have issues thinking positively. Angel said they have Leo and Capricorn in their charts. Because Leo's a fire sign. Leo shoots first. Fuck a question. And I'm not asking questions. Okay? And Leo looks to collect victories. You know what I mean? Leo doesn't give a shit about anybody else but himself. Leo just cares about, how many dragons I can slay, how many victories I can get. Right? To an extent, the Queen of Pentacles, she's real independent. Some of you are very independent, where 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, you can't let nobody in. There's the crux right there. For some of you, to an extent, you cannot get out of your own way. 2 of Swords, especially in relationships. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm telling the truth as angels see it. Some of you have the hardest time letting down guards, getting out of your own way in love and relationships. You want more opportunities. You want to go out and date. You want to party. You want better love options. But angels are saying, but you stay stuck in your head, right? You stay stuck in your perspective. So to an extent, the universe can send you gorgeous, God, a gorgeous man, a gorgeous woman, a gorgeous non-binary. But you would be so baked in your own thoughts and expectations and communications and approach and, fear, right? You would be so settled in all of that you wouldn't even be able to enjoy this opportunity that's coming your way. I have the Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is denying, restricting. It's like, I don't feel like dealing with it. No, I don't want to pay attention. I don't want to. No, Alex, I don't feel like applying for this position. I don't feel like applying for this loan. I don't feel like asking for help. I just, you know what? Because I'm stuck. It's not going to happen. It's not going to get done. Right? Eight of Swords for me too, has everything to do with losing hope and losing faith. Right? Because what happens is your own conscious thoughts take over where faith and belief and hope existed. Well, if you're resonating with this storyline so far, oh child, I got a tower for you. Because here it is. A tower is coming in to make you see, I don't know yet, make you see ... right? Make you see maybe the love and support and the security that's around you. Oh, my angels just said a miser, right? A miser, the way that they're depicting it, is someone who has a lot of money and they count their money every day to make sure they didn't lose any money, right? It's almost like you having $2 million in the bank and every day you checking your account to make sure you got at least that $2 million. You know what I mean? The Sun. Yeah, there's going to be a happy job or happy... it feels like connection. It feels like tribal, right? I know. My angels just said Scorpio hangout. Okay. Don't, Queen of Wands. I love this Queen of Wands. Oh, child. Ain't she cute? With that red around her eyes. Come on out here, Tarot of Dreams. Let me pull that out because I know my tarot enthusiasts are always curious. And the thing that annoys me the most is when I mention the cards in the reading and people's like, ooh, what deck was that? That's so fucking annoying. Tarot of Dreams, that's the bottom deck. This is the middle deck. It's just a random, right? They're all on Amazon, by the way. Okay. If you ever was curious, just take a snapshot, crop the actual card, and then do an image search. Yeah, you're going to be... Scorpio, I feel like you're... It's almost like if you can get out of your head, if you can get out of your way, if you can get from behind your rough exterior, because you sexy as fuck. I got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Can we talk? Right? You make a motherfucker's mouth water. Okay? Some of y'all are just too fucking cute for your own good. You need to go sit down. Okay? Angels are like, but they don't see it. You don't see opportunity. You don't see the group that's around you, that rocks with you, that has the same interests, that's working towards the same goal. You don't see the people around you who love you. Tongue almost fell out of my mouth saying love you. Six of Swords again. I love these cards. Lord. I don't use them a lot because I don't want to fuck them up. So the Six of Swords is moving on quietly, nicely, kind of going with the flow. Six of Swords here, Six of Swords here. It's the third queen. I thought I saw the Queen of Cups. Maybe not in this spread, maybe in another spread. So that's 3 out of the 4 queens, Scorpio. 1, 2, 3. Emperor, Lord Jesus. Now, for me, the only person who can date him is his queen, the Empress. Okay? 3, 7. 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Ooh, the Empress. There it is. I just said it. The only person who could date the Emperor is his queen. She is his equal opposite. Okay? And 10 of coins. Good God Almighty. So you have to make an intelligent, logical decision to go with the flow emotionally and intellectually And if you can stay within balance, you're going to hit the jackpot in whatever. Okay? I don't just mean love, I mean whatever. I now have 4 10s. 110 here, 110 here, 110 here, and 110 here. Thank you, Moses. The only 10 that's not here is a 10 of swords. Yay. Right? But angels will say, well, nah, Alex, because you got the 2 and the 8. All right, angels. Y'all up there adding and shit. Okay, anyway. All right. The 8 of swords. Look, the 8 of swords. And I saw that when I first put it down, obviously, right? 8 of swords, the Ace of Cups, the Emperor and Empress. Okay? That's a loving relationship. But let me ask you something. Are your thoughts keeping you out of loving relationships? I'm just asking. Is your closed-mindedness keeping you out of a loving relationship? I'm just asking. It's obvious here, Scorpio, right? It's incredibly obvious here that something is blocking you, right? Something about you is blocking you. It's hindering you, okay? It could be hindering you in finances, career, and business, or it could be hindering you here in love. I have the Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. I have the 3 of Cups. And I have the Emperor and the Empress. Okay? So this could resonate with the love storyline. This could resonate with the career and finances storyline. Angels just said, look at the middle. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. The thing about the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, they're very attractive. They're very sexy. They're very passionate. They're very lusty. They're very, pretty hot and tempting. Okay? You can't sustain that. You can't, right? By the way, just like the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, they absolutely love, and the love is palpable, is thick, right? But you can't sustain that either, right? As in, relationships are not built on just one element, which is why the Emperor and Empress is here, because they're all elements, right? They're mystical lovers. This is Mars, this is Venus, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So they're the perfect divine and masculine coexisting. You know what? When she's getting too emotional, he comes in and he rounds her out. When he's getting too fucking rigid and controlling, she comes in and softens his punk ass up, right? And the 10 of Pentacles, that just works, okay? Now, I feel like with the 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Emperor, Empress here, oh, okay, I was going to say something else. My angels are saying Scorpio doesn't know how to do that, right? So let's keep it real right now, Scorpio. Yeah, therapy for your soul, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Do you know how to be a team player? Right? And I don't mean, do you know how to take one for the team? Do you know how to support the team? That also means that when the team is lacking, you kind of let them fail to teach them the error of their ways, right? Sometimes you do have to remove yourself from a situation and just let the universe handle it, right? So to me, kind of being a team player is sometimes I'm not necessarily going along with everybody. Sometimes I'm not leading everybody. Sometimes I'm just sitting and observing. And I'm showing up and doing what I'm supposed to do. But I'm not trying to sway the team one way or the other. Okay? Remember, you got 2 3s here. And you have 3, 4, how many 6s? 1, 2. 2, I thought I saw 3. 3 6s. 1. Okay, 2. 2 6 of swords. So that kind of says to me, right? Swords. Now, when you look at the 6 of swords, I'm going to pick this one up. When you look at the 6 of swords, he's in a boat, right? And the boat is sitting in water, right? So it's almost like, for a lot of you, managing your thoughts so that your emotions can show up and support you and attract for you. Okay. So some of y'all, at the end of the day, your minds are just blatantly out of fucking control, right? So much that your heart is imprisoned. Okay. But this is dumb as hell. This is stupid. My angels just said, but behind those 10 wands, Scorpio really wants love, right? So some of y'all are just in the closet lovers, right? But you present as somebody who is closed-minded, right? Very alpha, very masculine, very cerebral, very logical, very analytical. Angels are like, when was the last fucking time y'all hugged a sword? Ooh, child. Sorry, I had to pause on that one. When was the last time you hugged a sword? No, take your time. I'll wait. But angels are saying, if you look all through this reading, ain't nothing but swords here. I know there are cups here too, right? But almost in every placement, there's a sword. Sword, sword, no sword here, no sword here, sword here, sword here, two swords here, sword here, sword here, sword here, right? There is a lot of, okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense to me completely. My angels just said, listen, you mentioned in a previous reading that Scorpio doesn't trust their heart. So for this reading is probably going to resonate with a lot of you who have replaced activity from your heart with hyper intelligence, right? So in other words, you think it through and then you think about it again and then you get stuck in your head and 8 days later you're still in your head. And when you go out and you're interacting with the world, you're still in your head. For a lot of you, you're not even living in the moment. You're living in your head so much, you don't even remember shit half the time. I mean, I think Tyrone was at the company lunch. I don't know. Let me call Janet and see, right? Because you're so much in your head. You are, Angel said your image, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, so we're not going to go there. So no, Angel said my angels just said, no, baby, unpack that. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are, in short, they're shallow, right? They're fiery. They're lusty. They're hot-tempered. They're passionate, right? They're assertive, aggressive. They're go-getters. They go after it. You know what I mean? And angels just also said too, oh, by the way, they're also fast in, wink, wink, and fast out, wink, wink. Okay? There's a lack of stability. If I read reversals, this would be in a reverse. So the King of Wands, Queen of Wands as a couple, as lovers, there's no stability. You know what else the King of Wands and Queen of Wands are? Non-committal. Oh, you want to know another thing that they are? Insecure, right? They're shallow. So I wonder, Scorpio, if in your mind you want substantial love, you want deep, long-lasting agape love, you want a love of lifetimes, plural, right? How are you gonna get that Ace of Swords and Ten of Wands? How you gonna hug somebody from around your wands? We talked about that a couple of readings ago with the Nine of Wands. Angel said, but don't worry about it, baby, because here comes this Tower. Universe is coming in to break down, to break you out of this mental imprisonment. The reason why I'm saying, because my angel said some of you could have a mental breakdown. Sorry, I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist. That was not a diagnosis. But I would just say to you, for a lot of you that this is resonating with, you have racing thoughts, and most of those racing thoughts are negative thoughts. You don't know how to slow them down. You don't know how to meditate. You don't know how to sit your mind's ass down. You could have a mental breakdown. You could, if you're too logical, right? I told this story many, 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 many years ago. Not so many. I mean, I haven't been doing this many, 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 many years. What the fuck? All right. where my son is the logical one, my daughter is the emotional one. And anytime that they bump heads, they talk right past each other, right? Because he's calculative, well, 2 + 2 is 4, and she's like, ouch, right? And they go right past each other, and I could see it. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, when you approach situations, your 2 + 2 is 4, and 4 + 4 is 8, and 8 and 8 is 16. And let me say it in Spanish: 2 + 2 equal 4. Right? You're so calculative. And your heart is sitting somewhere in a corner crying. Sword over heart. It's not going to get you this here, happily ever after. Eternally ever after. You see the Queen of Swords here? Look at her. I love this Queen of Swords. I just love all the queens in this deck. That's why I bought this deck. The Queen of Swords. Doesn't she look soft? Right? Doesn't she look like, you know, like you want to say hi to her? Hey, Queen. Hey, Karen, Queen. But look at her. She's clutching that sword. As in, this is all I trust. For a lot of you, you can only trust your mind and logic. Fuck your heart. You don't trust your heart. You don't. But this is you, Scorpio. Some shit is about to change quick, fast, in a hurry. And the universe is like, baby, if we got to drag down them raggedy ass damn swords, we got to take them shitty ass wands with us. It's what we gonna do. But in the end, we gonna leave you with some nice, grounded, stable energy. Angels just said to me, for some of you, your dating life is a shit show. Right? And let me explain that real quick. Your primary mode for getting with people is either physical or attractive, right? If they're attractive, ooh, let me go meet that person. But are you also checking to see if they're grounded, if they're independent, if they're stable, right? Especially mentally. You know what I mean? Are you looking for all of that? Angels are saying nope. Angels are also saying too, for a lot of you now, you understand why your dating life has been how it's been. There are some of you who are runners. It's like, nah, you know, he cute and all, but he is dumb as rocks, and you're out. These are the runners, the 5 of Swords, right? To get the hell out of Dodge. I'm going to stick around, but if you look like you too close to the dumb motherfucker I dated in my past, I'm not sticking around long, right? Because if you look at the 5 of Swords, you see the 3 of Swords sitting in between the 2 swords. The 2 of Swords is over here. So it's almost like for some of you, you're hyper focused on the 3 swords, okay? You don't necessarily see opportunity outside of the 3 of Swords, meaning you're hyper focused on, especially when you meet somebody new, you're hyper focused on whether or not they're just like the person who hurt you, or the person who betrayed you, or the person who left you, okay? And angels are saying Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, Emperor, Empress, okay? To thine own self be true. Know who you are. Are you the emperor or are you the empress? Are you the controlling, rigid shot caller, or are you the fertilizer, right? The birther, the creator, the grower, right? Both have significance, okay? One will attract the other one, okay? And when they come together, like yin and yang, they have to flow, right? Sometimes she's the rigid and disciplinarian. Sometimes the emperor's the softer one, right? They come together as opposites to mold each other in the way of each other, right? This is the emperor. He's hard as nails. She's soft as flowers. They come together. He's not so hard as nails. She's not so soft as flowers. That's how they get together. For some of you, you forever stay here. You are the logical one. You stay on the logical side. Who is your equal opposite? The emotional one. So when you get together, you're like, ugh, can't do it. Don't like it. Scram. Always remember the hand gestures are completely free. Okay? Angels just said to me, for a lot of you, this doesn't only apply to romance and love. It also applies to every other thing in your life. To an extent, it's almost like if something doesn't meet your standards, you bolt. And that might be okay. But here's the thing. Did you do your due diligence, right? Did you turn down a house because, it has an ugly coat of paint? It may have good bones, right? And paint is meant to be painted over, okay? So I would say there's also an underlying message here, the universe saying to you all, hey, psst, Scorpio, stick around long enough to see if this is your equal and better half, right? Because I always say this to you guys, your equal and better half is not going to present to you like Prince Charming or Princess Charming. They're going to present to you like a motherfucking ugly frog or a toad, right? And you're going to be have to be the one to see, not with your eyes, but with your spirit. You're going to have to see with your spirit, wow, anytime I'm around this person, yeah, their communication is not that great. They tend to fumble their words. But for some reason, I feel real safe around this person, right? Look for what's not at face value. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. They only care about the surface, right? They only care about looks. They only care about bank accounts. They only care about credit scores. They only care about what kind of car they drive. Scorpio, don't let this be you now. And angels are saying again, I don't know if this is Scorpio's sun. For a lot of you, this could resonate with those of you who are not Scorpio suns, which is weird for me to do a reading like that. But anyway, you got one under the belt. All right. Another message here is, again, I just kind of feel like there could be something related to your home. Maybe you work from home. You're about to have some sort of happy celebration about something. It could be an upgrade. You could redo your kitchen. You could buy a new car. You could buy a new house. You can upgrade your house. You and your partner, mate, soulmate could buy the house of your dreams. And I feel like it's going to create a sense of security. A lot of you crave security, but your approach towards it is 10 of Wands-ish, right? You want security, but you're like, where is it? I can't feel it, as you're sitting behind those 10 wands, right? So the 10 wands are holding you back as you kind of search for your security. And we're saying to you, if there was anything on the planet that was illogical, that would be it, right? As in, how are you looking for stability behind 10 wands? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Please don't forget to click the link in the description for any appointments, whether they're reading or healing. I'm going to still click the link for the Scorpio Live or my live collaboration with a special guest. And then click the link for the next Scorpio Hangout. You and your loved ones are safe. See that word right there? Safe. Yeah. My angels are like, do you really feel safe behind 10 wands? I don't think so. I don't think so. The 10 wands wouldn't be there. They damn sure wouldn't be stood up. I was going to say the other word, the E word. I ain't one of those. It's time to release negativity. That's you, Scorpio boo-boo. What's holding you up again behind these 10 wands? We just had a reading with the 9 of wands. So you've graduated towards the 10 of wands. Some of you are not comfortable. I don't know what you're not comfortable with. Whether it's a person, it's a job, it's a place, it's a home, it's an environment. You're not comfortable. So angels are like, God damn it, leave from behind those 10 wands and in those 8 swords and find your damn tribe. Notice how these are dropping? Yes, Leo, confidence is the key to success. Okay. I can't make this up. What do you need to release? 10 wands and 8 swords. And a partridge in a pear tree. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it here. If the reading does resonate, somebody's like, that it wasn't that funny. If the reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.